Cool, so how to set up your dedicated domain so you can start landing in the inbox rather than spam. So what I'm going to show you is not only how to set up, but also good practices so you can actually start landing in the inbox rather than setting up a domain and still landing in spam. Right now I'm actually setting up my own. I'm actually purchasing a domain. So I personally use Cloudflare. You can use GoDaddy or whatever you use, it doesn't matter. I'm just purchasing Cloudflare because that's the software I use. Just purchase my domain. I click manage domain here and it will take me to the domain. So all of these will pretty much look the same. Click DNS record or configuration, whatever it is in your software. As you can see, it will be empty. There's nothing here. But luckily with GoHighLevel's new update, all of it is done kind of for you, and I'll show you how now. You'll be able to see I've already got my own. I've got my own Gmail set up. But what we're looking to do is add a lead connector email. So add my domain into GoHighLevel email. So just click on lead connector. Most of you already have it here because you won't have connected your Gmail. Dedicated domain on the top right, it will take you to a screen where you've got a bunch of dedicated domains. So right now I've got none. I've only got my Gmail set up, which you saw prior. So just click add domain, and what it's going to do is bring you to a screen and you just have to enter your domain. So here there's two ways you can do this. So the one I just bought right now was funnels and coffee. I can leave it like this and it will add the original domain. So I can do hassan@funnelsandcoffee.com, which is what I want. However, some of you may want a subdomain. So that means you can create a bunch of domains from your prior domain. So you can do hello.funnelsandcoffee.com. But when you type an email, it might say hassan@hello.funnelsandcoffee.com. So this is good if you want to use domain a bunch of times. So let's say if you're doing cold email through GoHighLevel. However, if you have a newsletter, for example, or if you're doing email marketing, I don't think a subdomain is needed. And to be honest, I'm not sure why a lot of people preach using subdomains all the time when they're setting up a dedicated domain in GoHighLevel. I would say use this. It's better for your deliverability when you use the main domain, and it looks nicer when you send it out as well. So I'm going to add the main thing, funnelsandcoffee.com. As you can see, it will say connect your domain. All you have to do continue. It will find the software that you're connecting to, whether it's GoDaddy or Cloudflare in my case. It will bring it up, and as you can see, click authorize. You just have to log in, and once you log in, it will connect everything for you, so you don't need to paste in anything. Right, so this will come up, authorize DNS records from lead connector. It will add all these into your DNS record. So as you can see right now, it's empty like I showed you before. Just scroll down and click authorize. Click verify. As you can see, it's already started to verify. So before you actually had to manually add these in, but now it does it automatically. So it does take a while to load. And you can see the DMARC here. I recommend adding this. I know it's optional, but this is very good for deliverability. Click add record. So while everything is loading, go back to Cloudflare or GoDaddy, whatever you're doing, and add this record in. I'm going to show you how to do it. Just click type. So it will look the same in most of these. Type txt, choose txt, and whatever it says in here, which is underscore DMARC, type in there, and then in the content paste in whatever it's put in here, which is this. Then you can now click save. So while we wait for that, I'll give you a small tip to increase your deliverability. Whatever you're going to make the main ads. So for example, my email I usually use is hassan@mercher.uk. So the domain is this, mercher.uk. But in this case, it will be funnelsandcoffee.com. But however, whatever my main thing is going to be, and I know I'm going to use Hassan at. If you're not going to have a main one, or maybe your team's going to have different ones, I'm not sure about that. I wouldn't actually do that. But let's say if you're a newsletter, I recommend doing this. I'm going to put this in the description. Just copy this, paste after the DMARC, all after this in the content, and just write in whatever at your domain dot whatever it is. Cool. So as you can see, everything's verified now. I did change something. If you came up to here, this number before, if you check before, it actually said 30 or 20. I click edit and I change priority to 10. As you can see, go high level, it says 10 under priority for the MX, MXA, MXB, MXA. So for some reason it auto-populated as a different number. So I changed that. It might be why it fixed up, but it took me around 5 minutes of waiting. It does take time to wait. Click verify domain, and what this will now do is fully add your email inside. So that's setting up email. As you can see, is very, very simple. But now, what is the best things you can do now? Now you've created it. Even when you create it, some people still make mistakes, and it ends up not working properly. So before you do anything else, go into domain configuration, and you want to change everything to this. So anytime you're replying to someone, ideally you probably want to reply from this. And what this does is save you from changing the email every time. So let's say you make a workflow, you don't want to change the email every time. A workflow is an automation, sorry. In automation, you don't want to change your email every time. You want to always have it coming from this email. So just change all of these to funnels or coffee or whatever it is. Just so, in my case, I'm not going to do it because I'm using it for cold email. But you want to change all of it. I'm going to change it to one-on-one conversations because that is one thing I will need. Oh, didn't want to load. That's one thing I'll need. So if you click into the dot dot dot, set headers, you can write your name. So this is a from name. So what this means is, for example, when you get email from Nike, it says from Nike. If you get email from your favorite newsletter, who might be, let's say J Klaus, it might say J Klaus. But for you, in my case, I'm going to put my name. And I'm going to put my email. I'm going to put Hassan at funnels and coffee. So I'm just making this right now. .com. So this will now be my dedicated header. So whenever I send an email for this domain, I want it to be like this. It's always better if you do the same. I know you can change the at multiple times. When it comes from the same exact domain, it's better for landing in the inbox. And for most cases, you do want to be sending and replying from the same, unless you have a big team. In that case, it'll be different. But this is for in most cases. So if you go into your workflows, create a workflow again, because you've already made it. If you've already set up all the emails come from the dedicated email, you won't need to do anything here. Let's just put test for now. What you can do is just put if tagged. Let's just say tagged with. Let's just make an example. Tag added. For now, I'm just gonna click. I'm gonna put opt-in. It's not this, but I'm just gonna put opt-in. You can create your own tag. What you're gonna do with this tag is only gonna be added to your email. So you're gonna add your own email to your own contact list, and then put email, and then what you want to do is, I would recommend filling this stuff in, but for now I'm not going to. You don't need to do this because of what you set up earlier. If you made all the workflows come from your email, then you want to make wait 24 hours, 1 day, email again, and choose go to, save action, and make it go back to the start. So what this does, it puts your email in a loop. So what you want to do is you want to, in GoHighLevel, I'll show you in a bit, but you want to put in as much emails as you have, your friends, family. Personally, I only put my own. I have a lot of email addresses, so this could be Gmails. It don't have to be dedicated domains. It can be any emails, your home emails. You want to add them to GoHighLevel by clicking on contacts, adding them, and you want to add the tag on this. And what this does is, once you add these tags, your email will start emailing them, your new email. It will email them with this. It will wait 24 hours, email them again, and then it will start. Again. You don't want to just send the same email over and over. You could actually add a few more emails if you'd like to make it seem more legit. But what this loop does, it keeps on sending emails, which warms up your emails. So you can do it for very cheap, because GoHighLevel is, it's like 0.0027 or $0.00027 so around that, or maybe $3, $0.003 each email is very cheap. And this is manual warming. The reason it's manual, even though it's automatic, is you still, when you receive the emails, you do want to reply to some of them. You don't have to reply to all of them, but you want to reply to like 30% of them. And again, if you got 10 emails, for example, it's only 3 emails a day you have to reply. You don't have to do this forever. I recommend doing this for 2 weeks to 1 month. It doesn't take any of your time really. It takes, how long does it take to reply to email? Maybe a couple seconds. Now on the contact bit, and what you want to do is just paste in your own emails. I add the first name. That's all you really need. Click save. You want to bring them all up. So these are example of mine. As you see, I tag them with warm. You want to select all of them. Let's say you have a 10. It will say 10 here. Add tag. And then you want to add the tag that you decided is, whatever you made. So I click opt in. If I click opt in, it will add them now to the workflow, and it will start warming people up. So that's all you need to do. So yeah, that's everything from the video. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. Again, check the description for all the resources and also my newsletter. There's also a free funnel you can get from me if you check it out below. I appreciate you.